Welcome, welcome. I hope everybody can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me, please. I'm really excited for today's show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're here and if you can hear me, please just say something or let me know that you can hear me or that you can't hear me. I will be using the laptop as we did last time, but let me know if you can hear me. I will not be able to see the messages or the questions on screen. I will not be able to see them immediately you post them because I will have to rely on my laptop screen to see what your questions or comments are. So if I look at my laptop quite a bit, just bear with me. I'm trying to get myself organized while we have a productive conversation today. So, welcome. I don't know how many of you are on, but if you can just comment that you are live with me, that would be great. Um, and then we can get started in a few minutes. Welcome, 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 guys. Please share this live because of the topic that we will be addressing today, because of the conversation we will have today. I hope that you are able to participate and that you're able to comment, leave questions, connect with other people in the comments, and let's make Nigeria great again. I say Nigeria great again as if I remember a time when Nigeria was ever great. I don't remember such a time, but our parents, I think, they remember such a time when Nigeria was doing well, when we were at our peak, I guess, of production. Um, we were doing well. The first indication that we were doing well is our Nigerian currency, the naira, was almost as strong as the dollar. At some point, I heard that was a thing. So if there was ever a time when Nigeria was doing so well in terms of production, was doing so well in terms of low unemployment rate, that means we can do it again, right? That just tells us that it's been done before, so we can do it again. And that gives me hope. That gives me a lot of hope for the coming years because of this level of information that we are receiving. We are living in such a time when you're not just Googling for answers. These answers are coming to you. They are on social media. They're reminding you every day that you can produce value, that you have value, that you can also do well for yourself despite all of the things that you have believed to have hindered you, despite all the things that is fighting us every day as a country to to discourage people from doing business, to discourage people from venturing into anything solution based, because the society seems discouraging. um, you're not receiving the same level of support that you would hope to receive. So these are some of the factors that, in my opinion, um, um, has been the narrative in recent years, because because I think the people who have benefited from the Nigerian resources, they have found a way. They have realized that if only they can scare you enough into thinking there is limited resources, if they can make you think that the only way out is to worship somebody else. If they can only make you think that you're too small to do anything about your situation, that's all they need to know. That's all they need to do to keep you where you are. And I I I don't see that kind of society moving forward. I do not see that kind of society progressing. I don't see citizens in that kind of environment living comfortably. I like to say that the aim of all of these things I'm doing on earth, all of the help I'm helping people or helping myself, everything I'm doing is to help another person live comfortably. Because I don't believe that God created us, His most precious creation, created us and said, you people should go and suffer. Well, you think God delights in our suffering? I don't believe so. At least I do not believe that's the same God that I worship and pray to every day. So, if these things have been made up by human beings like us to keep us thinking small, to keep us in fear, then we have a choice. Then we can actually do something about it. It means that if somebody manufactured lies, we can also manufacture the truth. And that brings me to today's topic. Hello, welcome back to Healthy Bants with Aidi. I am Aidi and welcome. If this is your first time here, I understand this is your first time, but if you've been here before, if you've seen my face, my Aqua face before, and you've not subscribed, I don't know. I don't know what kind of toxic relationship you think this is. This is not a toxic relationship. So if you've not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. It will mean the world to me if you subscribed and shared this live with other people. It would encourage me greatly to keep producing content and to keep showing up every Sunday to share um, this information or any information that I know can potentially change your life. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, we are going to discuss a topic that is so dear to my heart. Whenever I talk about a new Nigeria being possible, honestly, this is exactly what I'm talking about. A new Nigeria is Nigerian brands, Nigerian made products having the kind of PR, the kind of good PR that Nigerians tend to have sometimes outside Nigeria. You know, when you hear of Nigerian excellence, it's like we are doing so great, we're doing so well, so beautifully. Chef's kiss outside Nigeria. But for some reason, inside Nigeria, well, we can't figure it out. Make it make sense. No, make it make sense that we as a people, okay, just a handful of us, a handful of smart Nigerians have left Nigeria. They're doing great outside Nigeria. What happens to the rest of them smart people inside Nigeria? So, this topic is to help all of our Nigerian brothers and sisters in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, to say and to know that, hey, I actually have a part I need to play in order to make Nigeria a better country. I actually have a role to play. And I also understand some of you have tried to do things that you thought will help Nigeria in the long run, and maybe you ran into problems or you ran into um, discouraging factors, okay, beyond your control, and that may have made you take a step back and say, hey, I'm not going to believe in this country, this, just give up on Nigeria. I understand that when you have a bad experience with something, no matter how much other people have a good experience with that thing, that doesn't change your story, that doesn't change your experience. So I understand that part. However however there's no amount of hate, there's no amount of discouragement, there's really no amount of trouble that will happen to you um, that um, I don't know where I was going with this, but my point was there's no amount of, you know, hatred or the disadvantages that we can talk about, that if we don't start to look at the solutions, if we don't start to look at the opposite of those things and say, hey, despite the fact that Nigeria is fucked up, how is Nigeria fucked up? Why is Nigeria fucked up? How did we get here? How did we get to a point where even Nigerians are discouraged from doing business in Nigeria, from starting businesses in Nigeria? And I think, this is my opinion, I think one of the problems has been the misrepresentation or the bad representation that Nigerian made brands, Nigerian made products have had. If you are a Nigerian brand, okay, and you make Nigerian made things, you're not importing all of your products, finished products from China or any other country. If you are producing all of your things, sourcing for your materials, whether it's within Nigeria or in Africa or even outside Africa, if you're sourcing for your materials and you're producing, assembling all of your products, I don't care if you've already, you know, if you've blown or you've not, that doesn't matter. Your product is your product, okay? You might be starting small, and that's great. Okay, so if you are sourcing all of these things from Nigeria, they're all local, and you're assembling it in Nigeria, that's a Nigerian made product. Or am I wrong? How else do you, what do you categorize as Nigerian made? I really want to see the comments. Let me see here how I'm able to do that. I'm joining here with my other account, and I would love to see what the comments are. I know that there are some comments on the screen, so this is proving too hard. Anyway, um, so yeah, so if you're sourcing for all your products, all your parts, okay, I can see them. If you're sourcing for all of your parts from Nigeria and you're assembling your products in Nigeria, surely that is a Nigerian made product. Okay. Um, so if we're doing all of this and Nigerian made products have a bad representation, that is my opinion. We've had bad rep for Nigerian products. So people don't buy it, people don't trust Nigerian made. I say people, well, Nigerians don't trust Nigerian made. Nigerians don't trust that what you're doing is of great quality. They don't trust that what you're doing is that you thought about them, you thought about the customer before you started all of that. Like there's so many factors I think has gone down into the ways that Nigerian made brands have handled business, that all of us are just like, I'd rather foreign made. I prefer foreign. I don't want. I just want foreign made because. So, how do we fix it? How do we fix the problem? Because if we continue like this, for how long are we going to keep importing every single thing that we need? Like every single thing we need is being imported from other countries. What do you think is happening to your money? What do you think? Where do you think your money actually ends up whenever you buy foreign made, you know? Hey, everything I'm wearing probably is foreign made. I wish they were Nigerian made, but they're not. So where do you think your money ends up? Because I know exactly where my money ends up every time I buy something from a brand, a foreign brand or a Nigerian brand. When I buy things from a foreign brand, I'm well aware that I am helping with my money to build another person's economy. I'm well aware of that. Okay? And I'm happily paying for them to help build the economy because they provided a an environment where this brand was able to produce something as beautiful, like, you know, something that I ended up wanting to buy. Or um, these these economies have allowed their entrepreneurs and their manufacturers and all these people to thrive. They've allowed them, they've given them a country, they've given them the right infrastructure, like roads, right? Like steady power supply, in order to produce, continue to innovate, continue to elevate their brands, because as you are elevating your brand, you are also elevating the brand of that country. So every time I hear, oh, Nigeria this, oh, Nigeria that, Nigeria in a bad light, and it's not because of a politician, we can do better. We definitely can do better. And there's no such a time as perfect. There's no such a time as perfect as this time for us to actually take Nigerian brand seriously. Like, what are we doing? We are Nigerians. I want to be proud of being a Nigerian outside of, oh, you people are very loud, or you people are very assertive. Nigerians are very confident. Like, beyond the confidence, beyond all of that, I want to be bragging and saying, hey, we have over 100,000 da 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 so and so brands that are doing so well in Nigeria. That's what I want to be proud of. I want to be proud of the landmarks that we have in Nigeria, scattered across all of Nigeria. I want to be proud that Nigerian families are able to feed, provide for themselves, and have the options to go on vacation. Like, I want to be proud of that Nigeria. I don't want to be proud of a Nigeria where, oh, don't try Nigerians, they will insult you. I love that part too, but I just don't want to be proud of that. You know, like, Nigerians are funny. Yeah, but am I going to use funny to pay bills? Am I going to use funny to employ my graduates? What am I going to use funny for? What exactly is my confidence going to do for me if it's not helping me to build my Nigerian made product or brand? I want you to ask yourself that. Okay? And then we're going to um, start talking about your Nigerian made product and your Nigerian brand, how you can actually help to make your Nigerian brand great. Okay. Again, I do not know why you started your brand. I do not know what inspired you to say, I want to do this. I want to be a brand owner. I am branding myself. I'm branding myself to be known as this person who does this or who produces this. I don't know what inspired you. What I do know is that you are here. You've already started the brand. There's no going back unless you're giving up. There's no going back. So what you can do now, or what the only option you have right now, is to refine your brand, is to get it to a point where it is easily recognizable, or that customers are looking forward to interacting with your brand. Let them look forward to it because of the way your brand makes them feel. And that brings us to our first point of how to make your Nigerian brand great. The first thing is to focus on brand story. I know you probably have heard of this one, brand story, branding, da da da, and you're like, or even rebranding. It's like, what are you people talking about? Rebranding, branding, what does that mean? How does that help you? Because as far as you're concerned, okay, as a business owner, you just want to make profit. You just want to make sales. You just want to, you want your customers to find you, find your products, pay for what you're selling, and that's great. However, listen carefully. However, if your customers do not know your brand story, if they do not know why you started this brand, if they do not know your personal story and how it inspires this brand, you will not reach as many customers as you think. Unless you're reselling a product that is popular enough and somebody else already did the hard work of selling the brand, the story of the products. That okay. But if you are a brand, even if you're reselling a popular item like water, okay, somebody decided that they're going to brand water. Mom, okay, they're going to brand water, and they put their brand on it. They put their logo on it. That's their brand. Every time you buy this, they get paid. That's branding. You saying this is what I'm going to, this is the products that I am about. This is the products that I am focusing on. This is the solution that I want to provide. I want to quench people's thirst. And so I'm going to sell water. And I'm going to brand this water because that's what I want to solve. Why am I solving the issue of thirst? Well, maybe because I was hitchhiking, or I was, I don't know, I was trekking someday and I was so thirsty, and I wish I had a gallon of water on me. I wish I had somebody selling water in this sizable containers so I can drink it for 3 days. That's the brand story. That's it. That is the reason that this person was inspired to start selling water. Up until now, they probably did not care about water, or they probably were selling it just because. But now that they have a personal story and why they decided to focus on this one product, now they have a powerful story. Now, every time they share that story, you think, ooh, I need to buy water. I need to grab water because I don't want to be thirsty and I don't want to faint from thirst. That's brand story. You could do that with anything, literally anything. Okay, just look at any brand that is doing so well today, and you can decide to go back in time with that brand and see how did they start, or what is the thing that they keep selling to us, what is the thing they keep telling us about this brand, why are they telling us to purchase this brand, why is it different from the other brand. Like, two companies are making lipsticks, and one is saying mine is this and one is saying mine is that. The only thing that is different from these two lipsticks is the way they've branded themselves. This one can say, "Oh, I make lipsticks that are that have not been tested on animals. All the products in here are clean, sustainable, green, all of that, that." And this person can say, "Well, my lipstick doesn't leave any stains. If you kiss somebody, it doesn't transfer. It doesn't like that." Is their brand story, or the that's what they are trying to sell. So if you own a brand, if you own a Nigerian brand, and you have not taken the time, I know your story. I know you know why you started it, but the people out there don't. Like, your customers don't. And the only reason that the people who are currently purchasing your products, the small number of people who are purchasing your products, the only reason they keep coming back is because they really need this thing. It's not because you made any effort in saying, "Oh, ooh, this is why you need to shop with me," or "This is why you need to buy my product." That's what I think. So if you are a Nigerian brand and you want to see massive visibility, especially with everything being online right now, all you have to do is set your phone in your house, sit down, have a script, something you've written down as to, this is why I started my business, this is why I started this service. Get that brand story together. Maybe your mom needed her hair was falling off, and then you started doing research as to how can my mom, how can I help my mom grow her hair back naturally? And then you did your research, you did trial and error, and you finally found a product that worked, helped your mom grow her hair, and now you're thinking, how can I help other people grow their hair? That has become your brand. You can turn that into your brand, and you can turn that into your brand story. So now every time somebody sees your brand or hears about your brand and they do a little bit more research, they go, "Oh my God, this is why she started her brand. This is why he started her brand. This is why this means so. This is why they're passionate about this, and this is why they want this product to work. This is this is your brand story." People hear that, your customers hear that, and immediately, before you even start telling them to buy your product, they want to engage with you because, one, you can relate, or they can relate to you. You're not just a corporation trying to make money and run. They know that this person is a real person that went through so and so, and that's why they're able to provide this product, this service that brings a solution. Does it make sense? Okay. Um, I'm checking to see. Hello, everybody. Good people, great nation. Thank you. That's who Nigerians are. We are great people and a great nation. And I cannot wait for us to um, rebuild Nigeria. The Nigeria that we've all been praying for. We can absolutely rebuild Nigeria into that, and nobody can stop us. So guys, don't forget to keep sharing this live. Please share it on your timelines. Encourage your family and friends to join you in watching. And I encourage you to ask questions. If you're not able to find me, if I'm not able to respond to your question here, please find me on social media. I will respond. Okay, find me on social media at Aidi Tanndy. Anywhere on social media, that should you should be able to find me with Aidi Tanndy or iTandy. Um, and then, if you want to reach the show directly, if you want to follow us on social media and keep up with all the things that are that are upcoming, you can follow us at healthy underscore bands. Okay, and yeah, and I will happily answer any of your questions or send you resources that can help you to rebrand your story. Okay, so now that we've talked about the brand story, you know exactly what to do now. Okay, if you have not done your brand story yet, if people that every day you're coming on the timeline saying, buy my product, like nobody's going to buy your products because we don't know you. We don't know why you started making this product. So why did you start making this product? Why did you start making shoes? Is it because you just love shoes, or is it because there was a point in time when your parents could not afford the kind of shoes you wanted? What exactly is driving your brand? If you do not know that, I guarantee you the people you're trying to sell to every day will not care. The second thing that I want to talk about, and this connects this is when you know your brand story, when you know exactly why you started this thing and where you're trying to take it. If you know all of this information, it's going to be critical in how you package, how you show up, how you represent this brand on a product. Okay, and again, I'm going to bring up my water bottle thing so you can understand what I mean. When you're talking of packaging, when you're dealing with packaging, you want your brand story to reflect on the packaging. You want people to, know exactly just if especially if it's not a popular product. Like everybody knows water is great for the body. This is not a product that you need to try too hard to sell. However, there are some products that you need to try a little bit harder to convince your potential customers why they need to buy stuff from you. So your packaging really really matters. I have this power malt. By the way, if you want to buy me more power malt, all you have to do is follow me on social media and I'll find a way to buy it. Just follow me on social media. Okay. So yeah. So look at this the branding on this. This is literally branding. It's branding, and they've translated it into their packaging, right? So this is the packaging, and you can see if you take this can, you can read through and you will know everything, probably, and lots of the things you need to know about the company that produces this. And when you're thinking of packaging, when you're packaging your products, your Nigerian made products, think about it as well. How can you incorporate some of your brand story? It could be like a small, a statement or whatever it is. But think of how you can incorporate your brand story into your packaging. It's very, very important because not everybody's going to watch your videos on, oh, this is who I am and this is why I started this. But the people who receive your package, your product, they will surely go through, they will look around, they will look on the packaging, and they will see, huh, this is why they started their brand. And maybe they want to support or buy more products from you, who knows. But the point is, try to incorporate your brand story into your packaging. Okay? And please, if you're packaging your Nigerian made product, please try to look up international standards as well, and see how you can make your brand, your packaging close or just similar something. Because if you're packaging your Nigerian made product in a way that we can clearly see that you did not give any thoughts to this, we know that you did not care about the packaging. Like you just did, oh, whatever. Like, let me just put it in this. After all, it's for Nigerians. I guarantee you, the caliber of Nigerians today that want to spend their money in Nigeria will not buy your stuff, because we know now that we deserve we deserve to receive your product well packaged. We deserve for you to think about your branding and how your packaging will be, so that when I receive it, I'm like, ooh, this feels so nice. This feels good. Or, oh, this is well sealed. This is well protected. Or, oh my God, this is like, look at this tiny detail. Things like that makes your brand stand out, and they make your Nigerian brand, honestly, that these are some of the things that a lot of us are not doing, and then we're complaining, oh, I don't know why people are not taking my brand seriously. Well, you don't take your brand seriously. Obviously, you don't. Okay, so feel free to DM me or ask more questions if you need resources on how to get your packaging right. The next thing that I want to talk about is employee training, employee training, employee training. I heard, okay, I heard that many of you brand owners are not teaching your employees about your brand story. I'm speechless. I'm honestly speechless. Thank you. Ken von Deckert says branding is the intentional, strategic practice of defining and expressing your value. I could not have said that any better. Nobody will tell you, nobody will tell you, oh, you're worth $1 million. Let me pay you for your service, if you do not see yourself as worth $1 million. Nobody will buy your product for 10,000 naira if you think your product is only worth 5,000 naira. And I'm not saying sell low quality things for a higher price because you've put a high value on it. Nobody will buy that too. So yeah, be very, very intentional, and know that who just think of it as who will receive this product at the end of the day. How would they feel? How would this make them feel? Like, would this make them happy, or would they want to come back and buy my things? Would they recommend it to other people, or would they say, now wow, it's because we're Nigerians, and they will not come back? Okay. Kempfon also said it's basically the combination of the beliefs, feelings, attitude, expectations that people collectively hold about your products. Exactly. So if somebody gets your products and they feel, oh, I don't want to be associated with these products, they will not come back. So your entire focus should be, how do I make people feel good when they receive my product? How do I make Ooh, that's all you should be thinking about. And if you're not, you should start thinking about it. It's not too late. So I was saying the next thing we want to discuss is employee training. If your employees do not know why you started your business, madam or God, just you might as well, I don't know. That's why you keep seeing, you keep training your employees. They come in today and then they leave after maybe a year or two, because they don't even know where you're going. Where are you going as a brand? Where are we headed? Why did we start this? Why did you start this brand, madam? Do you know your brand story? Why did you start it? Why are we here? Why are we working for you? And where are you going to reassure us that this company will grow, that your brand will grow, and that we will all grow with you? If you as a brand owner, you do not know any of those things, you don't know the direction of your brand, you don't know where your brand is going, ugh, come on. But you expect the people working for you to what, give you their sweat, tears, and blood to build on a brand that they don't even know why we're here. They don't know. So if you are going to rebrand yourself this year, if you're going to take your brand or your branding seriously, and you happen to be blessed enough to have people working for you, people under your employment, you're paying them, or they're working based on commission, whatever that looks like, I want you to just pay attention to employee training. Have, I don't know, have weekly meetings where everybody just comes together. It could be for an hour, 30 minutes. If you're working remotely, make sure that your team is all constantly meeting, constantly on the same page, so that you're you as the brand owner, you are constantly reminding them of why you started this brand and what your goals are, what your vision is for the brand. Oh, I started this brand because I was unemployed for 1 year, and I thought to myself, oh, I know how to have this, I know these skills, or I have these skills. How can I convert it into employing other people with it? That's it. It's not rocket science. What do you have? What skills do you have right now that you know is valuable? That if somebody said, hey, can you do this? I will pay you for it. You are able to do. What is that thing? Convert that into a business. And if you're not able to convert that into a business of its own, use that to support an existing business. Tell them, you have such a beautiful product, you have such a great product. Let me help you. I don't know. Let me help you train your employees. Let me help you um, let me show you how to build your own brand story, so you as the owner, so you can teach your employees, and that way your employees are focused on what the brand mission is. They know that if they're interacting with clients outside, if they're interacting with customers online, they know exactly how to respond because they know the brand story. Do you see how it all matters? Honestly, if you've not taken anything from this session, just remember to work on your brand story. The next thing that I'd like to address for Nigerian brands that I know that we've not really paid attention to, that can significantly make your Nigerian brand great, is marketing. I just said marketing, and some of you really left the room. Really. Let me ask you this. How often do you see Timu or Temu or whatever you want to call it? How often do you see their ads in a week? No, I'm serious. Like, it doesn't matter where you are, on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Instagram, they will look for you to the ends of the earth. Some of you are seeing Timo in your dreams. Do you know why? Because their marketing department is not joking with you people. They did not come to play. If you have a brand, if you have a Nigerian brand and you have zero naira allocated for marketing, and you want to only focus on, I'm just going to do organic marketing, and you're just focusing on, word of mouth will bring me visibility, you're deceiving yourself. In this world that we're living in today, where data is gold, if you have data, if you have a place where there's so many people coming to gather or follow you, you have data. You have what people want. And that's what social media is really about. Social media is not just a place where you can go and get inspiration, or it's not a place where you can go and be envious of other people or be jealous of, other people. It's not a place where you can go and compare why your life is not moving forward. It's such a powerful tool for businesses, for business owners. But many of you are not taking advantage of it. And it shows. You're not taking advantage of social media helping you to market your product to your right audience. And it shows. It shows because nobody knows about your brand. I don't know about your brand. I don't know. You're not in my face, are you? Are you in my face and I haven't interacted with your brand? So yes, so we have to take social media marketing very seriously. If you do not know how to handle social media marketing, which a lot of you do not know, let's not lie, that is something that an expert. There are people who have dedicated most of their lives to study and know. They've done research, they've done trials and error, they've done all of the work to know exactly how to help your product, your brand, go from 1,000 views or go from 1,000 shoppers in a year to hundreds of thousands of shoppers, because now they're able to target your audience. They're able to target the people who can resonate with your brand story. So if you do not know your brand story, my nigger, exit, just leave, just stop doing business already, because that will inform every single aspect of your business. If you do not know your brand story, forget about marketing, because how are you going to tell other people to come and shop your products when you can't even tell them what you are on about? You can't tell them who you are, you can't tell them your brand is, you cannot tell them anything personal about your brand that relates to them and their problem. Can we just be honest for a bit? I want you to be honest with yourself. Do you have any budget for marketing? Do you have any marketing specialists on your team? Do you have any consultant that is a marketing expert outside your team? Okay, do you have plans to do marketing in the future? Yes. Okay. If you have plans, then that's great. You might not know who to talk to. I do know who you should talk to. So you should find me on social media, DM me, or just write me on my timeline and I'll respond. Again, these are easy things to fix. If you own the brand, you own a great product, but you do not know how to handle packaging, you do not know how to handle your brand story, you have no clue how to train your employees, you have zero idea, just zero idea on marketing. Don't panic. I'm here for you. All you have to do, find me on social media, follow me, message me, and I'll, I will help you, okay? I will help you because you need help. You need my help, and I'm here to help you. I mean, what do you think I'm here for? I'm here to help you make sure that your brand is doing excellently well this 2025, because no more excuses. Like in 2026, I don't want to hear anybody saying, ooh, oh, I don't want to buy Nigerian made because Nigerian brand owners are coming correct this year. If people should better step up, because we're no longer playing. Like it's no longer a joke. Okay, so now that we've talked about all the things and all the ways that you should make your Nigerian brand great, brand story, your packaging, making sure that your employees are well trained and understand the brand story and the brand culture and where you're going, your brand goals. And then you focus on marketing, making sure that you reach the right people who actually need these products. When you've done all of that, I guarantee you that your brand will be on a whole new level and you'll be thinking to yourself, why didn't I do this since? So you're very welcome. So if you've done all of that, the next part that I would love for Nigerian brand owners to please pay attention to are reviews, client reviews, customer reviews. I don't know how you're receiving your reviews, if you're receiving them on WhatsApp or Instagram or wherever your reviews are. I need you to pay attention to two things. You have to pay attention to the positive reviews and the negative reviews. You cannot be deleting negative reviews from your brand page. Like if you've been doing that, just stop. Stop deleting negative reviews. They are great for you. I will explain. Why are negative reviews wonderful for any brand that is here to produce a solution? If you're not just here to scam people, if your plan is not to scam people of their money, if your plan is not to dupe Nigerians of their money, and you're truly here to solve a problem using your product, here is what I want you to do. Pay great attention, especially in the beginning, or even as you grow, pay great attention to negative reviews because they will help your brand to grow. People love negative reviews. People absolutely love to read about, oh, this negative review from a brand, from, like they want to know in order to give them an informed, sorry, to help them make an informed decision. Should they buy your product or should they not? So as they're reading, all the reviews and they see positive, they're like, oh, this is good, this is great. And then they see a negative review and then they go, what is the negative review saying? And it might be negative for like the brand might think it's negative, um, but for another shopper, that is a great way to think of other to consider other things. Like for instance, I have seen things that are like negative reviews in terms of, oh, the size was too big on me. Like I normally wear size medium, but I bought medium from you guys and it's too big. That comment will help me know that I should, if I normally wear medium, I should buy a size small from that brand. And what you can do as a brand owner is to respond to your negative comments. Don't delete it unless somebody's just being nasty and out to get you, or they're saying complete lies. And even at that, don't be afraid, especially when you know the products that you have is good. You know that your brand story is solid. You know that you've taken all the right steps to prepare this product in love, and you know you're creating a solution. If you know all of these things, don't fear. Just respond to the comments and respond with, like reply to them. Either you're countering, don't be defensive, don't say da da da. Just explain using facts about your product, using facts about your brand. That gives you another opportunity to reintroduce yourself to every other person who is coming to read that negative comments, because they want to know how you will react to it. If you don't believe me, if you reviews they are the report cards for your business. Thank you, Kempon. They are the report cards for your business. If you do not believe me and you want to see what negative reviews can do for your business, think about that man. Remember that man, that Nigerian man with his Nigerian brand that decided to arrest a pregnant woman because she left a negative review? Remember? Remember? Huh? Remember? Remember what that did to his brand? Remember how we all now know the person behind his brand doesn't care about people, doesn't care about his customers, doesn't he will happily imprison a pregnant woman that left a negative comment, a negative review about his product. But what he could have done in the same vein was to respond to this woman saying, "Oh, these are the ways we produce our tomato. I am sorry that you know, you feel this way about it, but da 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 da." That's it. That would have literally killed it. That or not responding at all. But you should always respond, especially if somebody leaves that comment right underneath your business, either your business page or your website, or your business account. If somebody leaves a negative review under your website, your business account, please, or your Google page, wherever it is, please respond to it, and respond to it in a positive way, in a way that says, "I acknowledge what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. However, this is how we actually produce. So this should not be this. We've already solved this thing that you're saying. You know, that is a way for other people to read and say, oh, this brand cares. These people, they actually are. They know that they're selling their products to actual human beings, and they care enough that if I were to have a bad experience with their brand, they will respond." So, as a Nigerian brand, please don't run away from negative reviews. If you're constantly having negative reviews, then maybe you need to look into your processes. The people in charge of the manufacturing, your process, those are the people you need to pay attention to. And maybe you need to do employee retraining. So, negative reviews really give you an idea on where your business is at, how your products are doing in the market, and what you can improve. So please don't run away from negative reviews. They're great. Okay, so we have comments saying great organizations are built on employees, and employees are a reflection of the organization. Absolutely, I completely agree. Marketing is everything. It is simply the road from product development and going to the market. Again, absolutely true. I'm just reading out some of the comments that we have here. Um, Another person said, "Just want to let you know we accept you regardless of your gender orientation." God, okay, I don't know why I read that out loud. That's a comment from a robot. I hope. So I don't think that's real. Um, Next time, read the room, Luke, whatever your name is. Okay, so The last point that I would like to actually know, I have two points that I want to get across before the end of the show. The next point I want to say is, don't forget to ask God to guide you. We are all faith believing people, I would hope. Most people in Nigeria believe in God. They believe that there is a God Almighty that is, the maker of heaven and earth, and everything that is in it. But beyond that, if you truly want God to bless the works of your hands, this is how you do it. You can't leave God outside of the business. Like, who do you think is in charge of all of these things? You cannot start your brand. You cannot start your brand story and you completely leave. I'm not saying, make your brand story all about your faith and God and da da da. No. But how are you incorporating your faith into your branding and how you're, because if you bring God into your branding, into your company, I guarantee you will not be trying to make a bad product that will kill somebody or that will potentially harm another person. These are the things that you will think about, because you think of being honest with your product, you will think of transparency with your product, you will think of healing somebody with your products, you will think of bringing somebody joy with your product. You see where I'm going? So if you are a faith believing person, as most Nigerians are, you simply can't afford to rebrand your business or to do business and completely take God out of it. We want God to bless the works of our hands, don't we? We want Him to be absolutely involved and to approve and say, hey, you're bringing a great solution to my people, and I'm going to bless you. We want God to protect our visions and to protect our ideas and to provide the resources so that we can continue to build and grow. So if you find yourself um, if you find yourself alienating or saying, oh, I don't want to, I don't want this to be another religious, like if you're using religion to take to take God away from your business or your brand, all I have to say is good luck. That's really all I have to say about that. If you do not involve God in your branding, if you're not allowing God to continue to teach you and inspire you to do better and to show up, knowing that these blessings is God's way of approving what you're doing. These blessings is God's way of saying thank you for paying attention and caring enough to make a great solution that people love and want to touch and interact with. That's your product. So if you're leaving God out of it, good luck. Okay. Before I wrap up, I just wanted to encourage us, because I know that our government, especially as Akwa our government has been talking about this whole Ibaka seaport, like da da da, and we've all just been wondering, when are people going to hurry up and build this thing? Like, when are people going to actually do this? Um, and I just wanted to encourage Nigerians, Akwa or people in that region, don't wait for the Bakassi port to open. Don't wait for it to get started. Be ready. So by the time it opens, you have things to ship out of Nigeria through that port. I'm sorry, do you think we're only saying they should build that port so that we can so that we can employ construction people? Do you think that's why we're telling the government to build the seaport so that so we can have jobs? That's Yes, it will create jobs, but outside of the construction work or the maintenance work that will go in, outside of that, those types of employment, we want the seaport so that brands like mine and yours, with products, tangible products that are being produced in Nigeria, can be shipped outside, can be exported outside Nigeria, right? So that's the whole point. So if you find yourself, supporting, rooting for, even telling the government to hurry up, if you ever find yourself in that in that thought process, that mentality, try to also ask yourself, how will I benefit? Which of my products will be shipped, exported through this seaport? Think about it. What is your family doing that will that will be exported outside Nigeria through the seaport. So be ready, because time and chance will happen to all of us. The only difference is how ready you are. If I'm more ready than you are, I will take those blessings. And if you're more ready than I am, you will take the blessings. And if we both are ready, then we can collaborate and receive all the blessings. Okay? If you have watched this show up until now, you are a real G, and I truly, truly appreciate you hanging with me. I appreciate your comments and the questions. Um, oh, there were no questions. I hope that I missed. No, there were no questions. So I truly appreciate you hanging with me. Feel free to come back next Sunday. Even if you do not like the sound of my voice, come back and see what I'll be wearing. Okay, so thank you again so much for hanging with me. Oh, I wanted to show off my earring today because it's different from last time, and I really love these earrings. They're such statement pieces, and they're literally just metal. But yeah, I wish you a wonderful week, and I hope that you have a productive week, and that you come back and see me next Sunday. Thank you so much, and let's make Nigerian brands great again. Please, let's make Nigerian brands great again. We have no other country, we have no other, like, let's make Nigerian brands great so that those brands can start bringing in innovations. Those brands can start building um, big and beautiful, real estate for us. Those brands can employ our graduates. Please, it's so crucial that you take your Nigerian brand seriously. All of us depend on you. We do. No pressure, but we all do depend on your brand doing well and thriving. I hope that you have. Thank you for your valuable insights. Nigeria shall be great again. Yay! Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye. I have to find a way to end this. Okay, so while we're still here, just never mind. I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye.